Hey everyone, this is Crystal Carver. I am a 5th grade teacher at Jasper Middle School, and this past year I taught science and social studies. And Jasper Middle School is actually in Pickens County, which is in northern Georgia. I hate to hear myself recorded, so I hate how my voice sounds, and I feel like I have a really strong southern accent, very country. I did grow up in a small community in North Georgia. I'm originally from LJ, and that's where I lived part of my life. Just finished year 19 of teaching. We started a new version of a middle school in my county. It was grades 5 and 6. And then we went to a junior high school. So it was a pretty stressful year. It's probably the hardest year I've had in my teaching career. We had a lot of changes, and it was just a totally different climate that I wasn't used to. And I think everybody kind of, had a rough time of it this year, but we got through it. I am 51 years old. I did not marry until I was almost 42 because God did not send me my husband until that time. So sometimes you can't rush things, right? He has 2 sons, which now I have 2 stepsons, ages 14 and 17. My husband's name is Terry. He's from Robbinsville, North Carolina. So part of the time we're in Robbinsville, like maybe every other weekend, and when we have vacations. The rest of the time we're both working in Georgia, so we don't get to see each other very often. So we say that we are romantically separated. So that's enough about me. One of my most memorable issues involving gifted students is trying to keep them busy and interested in what is going on. If you give them an assignment and it's not something that will really take them a lot of time, you have to figure out some things that they can do when they're finished, because not all gifted students are avid readers. Some of them are, some of them aren't. So I know that a lot of us have had this issue who have classrooms and have had gifted students, trying to figure out what they could do after assignments are completed to keep them interested. Okay, my favorite and least favorite aspect of engaging gifted and advanced learners. My favorite is having students like one of my former students. His first name was Alan. He was like a little Rain Man. He first qualified for special education services, and then he qualified for gifted services. He would come up with some of the most interesting things just right off the top of his head, and he kept me entertained. I'm not sure that he really entertained the other students, because most of the time they didn't understand half of what he was trying to say, or didn't take it the way that it was meant. But he was probably one of the most interesting students I've had since I've been teaching. My least favorite aspect of engaging with gifted learners is dealing with some parents of gifted students who have elevated ideas about what their child is capable of doing, or they feel like their child should receive special treatment because they're in a gifted program, or they have labeled them and expect them to be in certain classes with certain other children. If you're in a classroom, if you're a teacher, you know what I'm talking about. I'm really not trying to throw off on parents, because parents are great. We have to have them. We have to work with them. It's something that we need to do to, keep students on track and to accomplish what we're trying to accomplish. But there are some that are sometimes difficult. So, we're in a job that's not very easy. It's getting harder every year. And that is one of the aspects that I did not enjoy. So I hope I didn't put you to sleep with my voice. Hope you guys are having a good weekend.